Okay, so now I'm going to make fajitas. Steak fajitas. I bought the steak. This is about 4 pounds of whole top sirloin steak. Okay. And we're going to cut that up nice and thin. Nice thin long slices. Try to keep it thin. That way they can fit into the fajitas nice and comfortably. So these steaks are pretty thin, as you can see. What I like to do is fold them in half for slicing. Just like that. All folded nice on top of each other, nice. You get more done. Got a nice slice right there. Sliced up all the meat. And now we're going to add my core ingredient to most of my meals, sofrito. And to learn how to make this, you would have to see the making sofrito video. I'm going to put 1, 2, get a little nutty, about 3 tablespoons.
Those are heaping, those are not actual tablespoons.
Heaping tablespoons. And you're going to mix that all in nice. We'll take about 2 packets of sazon. That's why they call me Jessica Con Sazon. I love my sazon packets. And I'll throw that in. Then we're going to take some adobo. I would have to say probably about 1 tablespoon, if you had to measure. And mix that all in nice. Crazy sexy. Mix it all nice, crazy sexy. And don't let the meat escape. Good. Okay, so we take the meat now, and what I am going to do is warm up a little bit of canola oil. I use canola oil, whatever you use, vegetable oil is fine. Enough to cover the bottom of the skillet. Okay, you're going to warm that up nice. Over here I have 2 onions, 2 large onions about this size, 2, and 2 green peppers. Cut them all up, and we're going to have them ready. Now when this is nice and hot, I usually cook on high. So when it's nice and hot, you're going to throw the meat in and brown it. Okay, so now our oil's nice and hot. I'm going to take the steak and put it into the frying pan. Here it's sizzling. Let's put it carefully. I'm going to put that until it's nice and brown all around. That's a lot of fajita meat there.
How many people will that feed?
This should make about 10 fajitas, hopefully. Okay, so now this is just about brown. It's been cooking for about 5 minutes with constant movement. Want to make sure that even the ones on top are getting some attention here. And what I did was, the container where I had it, I just put a little bit of water. That's about, I'd say that's about a cup of water. I just want to get all of the sofrito off of it and give it a little bit more flavor and a little bit more juice. Now what it's going to do now, it's going to simmer in its juice for probably about, I would say, a good 15 minutes after I put the onions and peppers on. Now that it's all brown, I'm going to put the onions and peppers on top.
How many onions and peppers?
This is 2 onions and 2 peppers. And it looks like it might be a bit much. We might not even have to use all of this. Just cover it up. Actually, you know what? We're going to cut it down to 1 onion and 1 pepper, because this is not all going to fit in here. That'll be more than enough. I'm going to just let it sit right in there. Don't push it all in. Just keep it right on top so that it can steam cook. We're going to lower the flame to about medium and cover that. And then we're going to cover it. Same thing. Okay, that cover is going to allow it to simmer, to cook nice. And we'll come back when the onions are nice and soft. Okay, so after about 10 minutes, the onions, they're a little see-through. Okay, this is perfect. Now what you're going to do is you're going to mix it all in. This juice also in the steak is perfect because you want it to simmer in its own juice so that it can stay nice and soft. Now what you can do is you can taste one to make sure that it's has enough salt, enough flavoring. I didn't actually use adobo, but if you want to taste one, that can actually use a touch more adobo. Not too much, just sprinkle right on top, cover, mix that all in nice. And the meat is actually very soft. By slicing it thin the way I did, it cooks quicker. So it's actually perfect. So this, I would have to say, is going to simmer for another 5 minutes, and we're done. Okay, so now it's been simmering for about 5 minutes, and it looks sexy. Alright, so now everything's nicely cooked in. Nice juice is thick. That is perfect. I'm going to transfer some into this bowl here so that we can make our fajitas. Excellent. And that's good. Right there, that's good enough for now. Bring this over here. And we have our sour cream. Any type of sour cream you want to use is fine. And we have our tortilla wraps. Also, any brand that you want to use is fine. You always get the big ones. The big ones. We put our wrap on a nice plate. Okay. Take some of the meat. Try not to bring over too much of the juice. And spread it out nice and thin. Okay. Take some of the guacamole. Homemade, fresh, which was aired on our How to Make Guacamole video. And some of our sour cream. 3 little. Oh, let's put 4. Let's get a little nutty. And now we're going to wrap it. You take the 2 ends, you push it in. You take the end and you curl it right under into the meat. And you just wrap it. And you're good to go. Steak fajitas for the eating.